so
Good stuff. All right, here we go. Tiddler has also got an Axe to it NA account, which is really cool. And we're going to go with Paladin versus Druid to start things off. And looks like he's gotten the same idea as a few other people. Tink Master is very powerful in Paladin. Not just for single target removal, but also the fact that you can always buff one of your 1/1s to a 5/5. And it's also a vanilla 3/3, which is okay for 3 mana.
yeah. The buffing the 1/1 to a 5/5 is, I think, a really big deal. People were experimenting with Tinkmaster Overspark without this format. Who was it? Used to be on iHearthU. Played Paladin to rank 1.
Powder.
He was playing Paladin with Tinkmaster in it.
Oh yeah, you're right. I saw that list.
Yeah. Outside of this format. See, isn't that a polar bear?
A polar bear that doesn't brush his teeth.
Or it's a white Shiba. It's a Doge. Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's strictly a Western thing. China, you think China makes Doge memes cosplay hats?
Well, no, it's not. It's not the meme. It's just a straight up Shiba.
Shiba dog?
Yeah. I don't even know.
Is there nothing sacred, China?
Oh man.
All right. Anyways, focusing on what's going on. Just some little flurry here and there. Tide's trying to flood the board a little bit with sticky minions, but getting picked apart here by Paladin's excellent single target removal.
This is an awkward hand. If you looked at his mulligan, he actually was given Innervate, Harvest Golem, and Swipe, and he kept all 3.
Right. Harvest Golem is really strong early on against Paladin because it's resilient, and then Swipe is one of the most important cards against
Muster for
battle.
Yeah.
And then Innervate. Are you gonna ever throw away Innervate in your opening hand?
But it's such a very specific scenario of cards. Because what if he doesn't have Muster for Battle? Then you have a Swipe in your hand, which I guess is pretty useful most of the time. But he just didn't have any proactive things to do early on, especially since he didn't innervate out. He hasn't innervated out anything. But I guess you're right. Innervate is a card that you usually keep. Swipe is an important card. I just feel like he could have maybe mulliganed more aggressively instead of defensively.
Definitely the case in some scenarios, but against Paladin, I think it's more than justified.
Double Savage Roar.
Well, this is another uncomfortable spot. Do you have to you just kill Sylvanas and move on? Just like, again, pass your turn just playing removal game. Just hero power this down.
Is that something that you want to do with this deck? You want to be the one making the proactive plays. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if you're just clearing the board, eventually double combo plus double combo is going to win you the game, but there's so many things that could go wrong with that play.
It's true. You still have to collect everything.
Yikes.
This is pretty complicated. Everything is just a little messy. If he plays the Kel'Thuzad, it just dies pretty easily.
But if you play the Honda Creeper,
it's very weak.
You're effectively passing, well, not passing your turn, but
you're wasting X amount of mana.
Yeah.
Kel'Thuzad does absorb some of the board pressure. But if he has Peacekeeper, which he does, then that doesn't do anything either.
What is that?
What is what? Oh, the hat? Wow, TJ.
He also has something like on his bed, under his blankets. Looks like an actual bear. No, it's just another blanket underneath the blanket. It's definitely an evil polar bear. Alright, now I can get back to the game. so I get distracted easily.
No worries, man. We all have that composure sometimes. This is definitely not ideal whatsoever. KT didn't get any resurrection value. Tiddler is going to control this very easily.
This is a smart play. Good sequencing. He knows he's going to kill off the Kel'Thuzad anyway. So he makes sure that he kills it off before he ends up playing his shielded mini-bot and his hero power, just so he can get the extra juggles to the face. To not waste damage. There's a possibility that he could have won a couple 50-50s with the juggle and been able to clear it off, but not willing to take that risk.
Well, now that the board is looking reasonably powerful, he's got 14 damage on board. I mean, this is a very uncomfortable spot for Tides.
Yikes.
Does he play this Haunted Creeper?
I think at this point you sort of have to. You need something out there that's going to help you clear. And even if it just gets killed off and you're left with tokens, or even if not, you can use Saboteur next turn to maybe leverage back some of the board. But he's definitely in a really rough spot.
Put your faith in the light.
Yikes.
Yeah, there's no silence for Tyrion.
Even if there was a silence, it'd still be a 6/6 body that he'd have to deal with, and being at 14 health.
Also true. This is a very good, strong demonstration of play. Pretty straightforward game as well. Like, how does Tides deal with this now?
Normally Sylvanas would be a pretty good answer to Tyrion. But one, there's a lot of small things on the board that could make for a poor steal, and two, there's a chance that if Tides just plays Sylvanas, that he would be dead.
Yeah, that's true, because the opponent has 6, 12, 14. Just needs 1 point more damage. Oh, that's symmetry.
Yeah, it's beautifully symmetric.
It's still lethal, though. He just has to consecrate, and he pushes through, and he's got this. Alright, so game number 1 goes to Tiddler Celestial, and the Druid gets taken down finally. It's going to be important, because Druid is not only a valuable class, but it's one of those anchors that can definitely carry an entire series.